Military districts are formations of a state's armed forces which are responsible for a certain area of territory. They are often more responsible for administrative than operational matters, and in countries with conscript forces, often handle parts of the conscription cycle. Navies have also used a similar model, with organizations such as the United States Naval Districts. A number of navies in South America use naval districts at various points in time. Algeria. Source: Algeria is divided into 6 numbered military regions, each with headquarters located in a principal city or town. #military regions. This system of territorial organization, adopted shortly after independence, grew out of the wartime wilaya structure and the post-war necessity of subduing anti-government insurgencies that were based in the various regions. Regional commanders control and administer bases, logistics, and housing, as well as conscript training. Commanders of army divisions and brigades, air force installations, and naval forces report directly to the Ministry of National Defense and serve as chiefs of staff on operational matters. Previously, Algeria had formed France's 10th military region. Military region commanders in 2003 included Brahim Fadl Cherif, Kamal Abdurrahman, Abdelmajid Zahid, and Ali Ben Ali. China. Republic of China. There were 76 northern military districts or military regions, or war areas, which were the largest formations of the National Revolutionary Army, under the Military Affairs Commission, chaired by Chiang Kai-shek during the Second Sino-Japanese War and World War II. During the Second Sino-Japanese War, the National Revolutionary Army eventually organized itself into 12 military regions. People's Republic of China. The military regions of the People's Liberation Army were divided into military districts, usually contiguous with provinces, and military sub-districts. In February 2016, the 7 military regions were changed to 5 theater commands: Eastern Theater Command, Southern Theater Command, Western Theater Command, Northern Theater Command, Central Theater Command. France. Third Republic. Under the Third Republic, a military region comprised several departments which supported an army corps. For many years, up to 21 military regions were active. Fifth Republic. With the evolution of administrative organization, France was divided into regional administrative districts. The military organization then combined the administrative organization, and in each corresponded a territorial military division. On the defense side, these military divisions have been grouped into military regions. The number varied depending on the period. The current number is 6. Germany. German Reich. During World War II, Germany used the system of military districts to relieve field commanders of as much administrative work as possible and to provide a regular flow of trained recruits and supplies to the field army. The method they adopted was to separate the field army from the home command and to entrust the responsibilities of training, conscription, supply and equipment to the command. The commander of the infantry corps with the identical number also commanded the Wehrkreis in peacetime, but command of the Wehrkreis passed to his second-in-command at the outbreak of war. In peacetime, the Wehrkreis was the home to the infantry corps of the same number and all subordinate units of that corps. Federal Republic of Germany. Today's German armed forces have 4 military districts, where Bereichskommando is part of the Streitkraft Basis or Joint Service Support Command. Each WBK controls several Landeskommandos due to the federal structure of Germany. Previously, this function was carried out by the Verteidigungsbezirkskommandos, or military region commands. These command authorities are in charge of all military facilities in their area of responsibility and of several supporting regiments. Indonesia. The Indonesian National Army uses military districts known as Komando Daerah Militer or KODAM. It was created by General Sodearman as a system initially called Wehrkreis, adapted from the German system during World War II. The system was later ratified in Surat Perintah Sat No. 1, signed by General Sodearman on November 1948. Military Area Command functioned as a means of circles of defense, or regional defense, to defend the designated islands, provinces under Indonesian territory. Each MAC commander had full authority to begin operations with assets available in the district. MAC commanders had a command and an autonomy over its military structures and organizations. Current Indonesian Military Area Commander, Kodam Iskandar Muda HQ in Banda Aceh, Kodam I, Bukit Barisan HQ in Medan, Kodam II, Sriwijaya HQ in Palembang, Kodam Jaya HQ in Jakarta, Kodam III, Siliwangi HQ in Bandung, Kodam IV, Diponegoro HQ in Semarang, Kodam V, Brawijaya HQ in Surabaya, Kodam V, Malawaman HQ in Balikpapan, Kodam 7, Tribuaran HQ in Makassar, Kodam IX, Udayana HQ in Denpasar, Kodam 12, Tanjung Pura HQ in Pontianak, Kodam 16, Patmura HQ in Ambon, Kodam 17, Cendrawasih HQ in Jayapura, Poland. Initially, right after the First World War, Poland had 5 military districts: Kraków Military District, HQ in Kraków, Łódź Military District, HQ in Łódź, Lublin Military District, HQ in Lublin, Poznan Military District, HQ in Poznan, Warsaw Military District, HQ in Warsaw. In 1921, due to reorganization, the military districts were replaced with Dowództwo Okręgu Korpusu. In the Second Polish Republic there were 10 DOKs: I, Warsaw; 2, Lublin; 3, Grodno; IV, Łódź; V, Kraków; V, LWOW; 7, Poznan; 8, Torun; IX, Brzesk nad Bugiem; X, Przemysl. Each DOK consisted of 4 large units. For district arrangements after World War II, see Polish Land Forces. The Kraków Military District disbanded in 1953. From 1999, Poland has been divided into 2 military districts: the Pomeranian Military District and the Silesian Military District. Both were disbanded by the end of 2011. Russia and the Soviet Union. Russian Empire. The Russian Empire's military district was a territorial association of military units, formations, military schools, and various local military establishments. This territorial division type was utilized in Imperial Russia, USSR, and is currently in use in Russian Federation. Such territorial division provided convenient management of army units, the training and other activities regarding the country's readiness to defend itself. Soviet Union. In the USSR, the military districts continued to perform the same role they had done in the Russian Empire, with first 6 military districts were formed on the 31st of March 1918 during the Russian Civil War. This increased to 17 military districts of the USSR at the beginning of July 1940, shortly before the USSR was invaded by Germany and entered the Second World War, and were used to create combat fronts after commencement of the German invasion of the USSR. During the war, the districts were further divided into geographic regions for logistic reasons, these being North and Northwestern districts, West and Central USSR districts, South and Southwestern districts, Siberian and Central Asian districts, Far Eastern districts. After the war, the number was increased to 33 to aid in demobilization of forces, but by October 1946, they had been reduced to 21. By the end of the 1980s, immediately before the dissolution of the Soviet Union, there were 16 military districts, within 3 to 5 main strategic theater groupings. Russian Federation.A military district in the Russian Federation operates under the command of the district headquarters, headed by the district commander, and is subordinated to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation. It is a territorial association of military units, formations, military schools, and various local military establishments. This territorial division type was historically adopted, originally by Imperial Russia, to provide a more efficient management of army units, the training and other operations activities related to combat readiness. From 1992 to 2010, the armed forces maintained a diminishing number of former Soviet armed forces districts: Leningrad Military District, Moscow Military District, Volga-Urals Military District, North Caucasus Military District, Siberian Military District, Far East Military District. In 2009-2010, these districts were reorganized into 4 military districts comprising regional joint strategic commands. In 2014, Northern Fleet was reorganized into a separate joint strategic command. Western Military District with headquarters in St. Petersburg, Southern Military District with headquarters in Rostov-on-Don, Central Military District with headquarters in Ekaterinburg, Eastern Military District with headquarters in Khabarovsk, Northern Fleet with headquarters in Severomorsk, Sweden. The military area was an administrative division of the Swedish Armed Forces, and was a higher regional level subdivision. The commander of a military area, the Militärområdesbefälhavare, commanded the Swedish Army divisions stationed in the region, the Regional Naval Command, the Regional Air Defense Sector, as well as the lower regional level subdivision defense areas that made up the military area. The commander answered directly to the Supreme Commander. The military areas in the modern form were created in 1966, and each area was named according to the geographical area they covered. Several changes were made, such as creating emerging areas, until all military areas were disbanded in 2000. United Kingdom. British Army regional districts have evolved slowly over the previous 150 years or so. For many years there were regional commands in the UK, including Aldershot Command, Eastern Command, Northern Command, Scottish Command, Southern Command and Western Command. By 1985 these were superseded by districts, and until the spring of 1991 there were 9 of them. Anthony Beevor wrote in his revised edition of Inside the British Army in 1991 that, the first of the minor districts to be amalgamated were North West District, Western District, and Wales, to form a new Western District. HQ Northern Ireland remained separate and reported to HQ UK Land Forces only on non-operational matters. From 1995, UK commands and later districts were replaced by regenerative divisions. 2nd Division, 4th Division, 5th Division and London District acted as regional commands within the UK, reporting to Commander Regional Forces. Scotland District was absorbed by 2nd Division in 2000. The divisions were responsible for training subordinate formations and units under their command for operations in the UK, such as military aid to the civil community, as well as training units for overseas deployments. 2nd, 4th and 5th Divisions were replaced by Support Command on 1 November 2011. United States. The military department was a military and administrative command of the U.S. Army. Vietnam. Vietnam People's Army has 8 military regions. High Command of Capital Hanoi. It is directly under the Ministry of Defense of Vietnam, tasked to organize, build, manage and command armed forces defending the capital. The headquarters is in Hanoi. 1st Military Region. It is directly under the Ministry of Defense of Vietnam, tasked to protect against foreign invaders, and to organize, build, manage and command forces in northeastern Vietnam. The headquarters is in Thanh Nguyen. 2nd Military Region. It is directly under the Ministry of Defense of Vietnam, tasked to organize, build, manage and command armed forces defending northwestern Vietnam. The headquarters is in Viet Tri. 3rd Military Region. It is directly under the Ministry of Defense of Vietnam, tasked to organize, build, manage and command armed forces defending the Red River Delta area. The headquarters is in Hai Phong. 4th Military Region. It is directly under the Ministry of Defense of Vietnam, tasked to organize, build, manage and command armed forces defending north-central Vietnam. The headquarters is in Vinh. 5th Military Region. It is directly under the Ministry of Defense of Vietnam, tasked to organize, build, manage and command armed forces defending south-central Vietnam, including the Western Highlands and south-central coastal provinces. The headquarters is in Da Nang. 7th Military Region. It is directly under the Ministry of Defense of Vietnam, tasked to organize, build, manage and command armed forces defending southeastern Vietnam. The headquarters is in Ho Chi Minh City. 9th Military Region. It is directly under the Ministry of Defense of Vietnam, tasked to organize, build, manage and command armed forces defending the Mekong Delta. The headquarters is in Sien Tho.